Are you hearing about George Soros for the first time? Well, no worries. In this video, we'll catch up to date on the billionaire investor George Soros and his billionaire lifestyle. When talking about the richest people in the world, one often assumes that they're born into money with golden spoons in their mouths. However, the same cannot be said of billionaire investor George Soros. When he was a teenager, Soros and his family were Jewish refugees who barely escaped persecution by the Nazis using false identity papers. In 1973, Soros set up a hedge fund with around $12 million of backing from investors. Slowly, the company became one of the most prominent hedge funds. It reported an average annual return of more than 30%, making $1.5 billion from betting currencies. Soros is most popularly known for his bet against the British currency way back in 1979. Perhaps it's this bet that triggered in the billionaire a liking for currency trading, an investing method, as you'll learn, Soros is quite fond of. March 1979 brought along the European Exchange Rate Mechanism, or ERM, which was set up to help stabilize money policy across Europe and to reduce exchange rate variability. Britain initially declined to join the ERM, but eventually joined. When Britain joined the ERM, the inflation rate was high and the interest rates low. Soros saw that the pound was overvalued compared to the other currency and started to bet against the British currency. He saw the British government struggling to keep up the pound and increased the size of his bet from the initial $1.5 billion to $10 billion. On September 16, 1992, the British government was forced to abandon the ERM and had to allow the British pound to float freely. The very next day, the pound fell 15% versus the German mark and 25% against the US dollar. According to estimates, Soros made around $1 billion on the trade in just 24 hours. Well, if that isn't the trade of the century, then we don't know what is. This isn't the only instance where Soros put his money against a currency. During the Asian financial crisis in 1997, Soros had bet $1 billion of a $12 billion portfolio, stating that the currency would implode. And it did. More recently, Soros also made a large bet against the Japanese yen in 2013 and 2014. For 2013, Soros Investment Fund managed over $24 billion and posted around 24% return for the year. George Soros houses. Soros and his family own several homes in various different locations. The public was able to catch a glimpse of his Southampton estate when he hosted his 80th birthday party in it. In addition, the billionaire is a longtime resident in Manhattan. According to various reports, he had once owned 116 East 70th Street with his ex-wife, Susan Weber. The townhouse is quite lavish and is on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. Currently, Soros owns a duplex on Manhattan's Fifth Avenue. According to reports, the duplex provides the billionaire with a scenic view of the Central Park Reservoir. Soros also owns a residential compound in Katona, New York. Spending millions on politics. The billionaire is also known to spend his money on various big causes, including politics. During the 2016 U.S. election, Soros was reported to spend at least $25 million on voter mobilization efforts to help Clinton and the Democrats. Unfortunately for him, Soros was taken by surprise by the election result when Clinton lost to Trump. Soros stated that, "Apparently, I was living in my own bubble." The billionaire has also supported several other candidates, unsuccessfully might we add, during the 2018 midterm elections. Despite donating $17 million, many of the candidates he supported lost to incumbents. The billionaire has been very clear with his non-support towards Trump. He even called the former president a narcissist who considers himself all-powerful. Soros claimed that he had known Trump prior to his political endeavors, and according to Soros, he did not like his behavior as a businessman. According to reports, Soros spent around $28.3 million on the 2020 elections, and this was just during the initial 3 months of the year. More recently, the political mega-donor and hedge fund tycoon has poured in around $125 million into a super PAC, which will support various candidates and causes during the 2022 midterms, and even beyond if needed. Massive investments in tech. It should be clear by now that George Soros is the type of person who keeps a close eye on stocks in the current market. The The billionaire philanthropist has shown time and time again that he knows how to invest his money smartly. According to reports, Soros Fund Management has quite a few holdings in big tech stocks. However, recently the company revealed that it had pulled out its stakes just before the January market tumult. The investment company even slashed its stake in the Invesco QQQ Trust Series 1, which is the biggest traded fund tracking the technology-heavy NASDAQ 100. Soros' company held only around 9.4 million by the end of December 2021, which is a major reduction from the 356.2 million the company held at the end of the third quarter. In addition, Soros trimmed positions in Amazon, as well as in Google owner Alphabet. The Soros Fund Management revealed that it held around a $2 billion stake in electric pickup producer Rivian Automotive Inc. Also, this company revealed a new $13.3 million holding in exercise bike producer Peloton Interactive. Seems that Soros is shifting his interest from investing in big tech to investing in automobiles. Maybe we should take a few notes and follow in his footsteps. Who knows? Maybe a small investment might turn us into billionaires overnight? Millions in Bitcoin. It seems that cryptocurrency is all the rage these days. Everyone's looking how to purchase and trade crypto. And it seems that Soros is no exception. The billionaire philanthropist has also tried to test his luck with crypto. The CEO and chief investment officer of Soros Fund Management, Dawn Fitzpatrick, revealed in an interview the family does own some coins, but not a lot. We'd assume they mean a couple $1 million at least. That equates to a lot when compared to the investment of the average person. Fitzpatrick did not reveal any specifics other than the fact that Soros did own some bitcoins. We haven't heard anything directly from the billionaire regarding the investment, so we really can't say if it was beneficial or not. George Soros as a philanthropist. When the tycoon isn't betting on currencies and supporting Democratic candidates, he's using his money to help those in need. Soros is the founder and chair of Open Society Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization that provides grants for education, human rights, criminal justice, and journalism projects. The Open Society Foundation is a network of foundations, partners, and projects in more than 120 countries that aims to help those in need. The billionaire has been an active philanthropist even back in his early days. Back in 1979, Soros funded scholarships for black South Africans during apartheid. After the fall of the Berlin Wall, he created the Central European University to provide a space to help foster critical thinking, which at the time was an alien concept in most universities. According to the Open Society Foundation website, Soros has donated over $32 billion to the foundation. We're curious to know your thoughts on George Soros. Did you already know about his bet against the British pound? Were you surprised to see how the billionaire rose from rags to riches? What are your thoughts about Soros funds switching from big tech to automobiles? And what are your thoughts on the billionaire owning bitcoins? Let us know what you think in the comments below.